Hello there, and welcome to the Imitation Game for today, February the 3rd. We're starting off with Stage 1 fill, and going up the right-hand side. Now, I kind of threw some smokes, and was like, hey, if you can smoke past, awesome. You can skip past a bunch of stuff, it makes this attack that much easier. If you're such a low level you don't have the smokes, that's fine. One shock, you can actually take out the cannon and the sniper tower up towards the front, just blow them up, and then continue down the right-hand side, eventually ending up in the same place. My tanks are currently sitting there. Also, on top of that, take out the back cannon and sniper tower with a shock launcher. Or shock bomb, sorry. Okay, Stage 2 fill, go around the left-hand side. There is a boom cannon over there, but you can blow it up. Just blow it up. That's it. Just blow it up. Now, if you're really worried about it taking too much GBE, you can leave that boom cannon up and actually hit the cannon, the sniper tower, and the boom cannon all with one shock, and just kind of let your tanks slowly work their way forward, blowing things up. But it could be kind of risky, and depending on how high or low level your troops are, it might take a while. Okay, Stage 3 fill. We're going to go around the left-hand side again. This fill, however, has decided to leave us just a mountain of extra energy all over the place. So what you can do is kind of slowly work your way down to the very back of the base, but just farm up everything. Just blow up all the things down the side. It's absolutely fantastic. And then when you hit the back, you can use all that newfound GBE to blow up the boom cannon, because the boom cannon gots to go. And then just keep flaring yourself right down to the very edge. Just kind of edge it along the back there. And eventually you're going to end up in front of the HQ. You're going to be able to blow it up, and you're going to get some loot and move on to Stage 4. Now, Stage 4, I'm starting to like see almost like a theme here with this Imitation Game, but we're throwing smokes and we're smoking past some stuff, this time on the right-hand side. So throw some smokes and run past some stuff. Eventually you're going to end up at the very, very back of the base, into the back corner, as a matter of fact. And you can let your tanks kind of coast through, blowing up all of the non-defensive things. You might have a rocket launcher or two shooting at you, but your medics should be able to counteract that with no real problems, assuming you have medics. And then, with a few more smokes, you'll be able to get past the shock blaster, but be careful, there is a sniper tower hidden right there in the freaking trees, and I'm pretty sure that sniper tower is the sniper tower that has gotten that base into the Imitation Game, because I'm sure that sniper tower makes a lot of intel and gems for Stage 4 fill. I don't know. Whoa, wait, timeout. Sorry. Dadio here is not a fill, apparently. Dadio? Dad? Is it possibly Daddy-O? Like, yo, Daddy-O, that's square, bro. You're L7. Daddy-O? No? Maybe I've been watching, too much Pulp Fiction or something. I just like the love scenes. Oh. Ooh, awkward. So, Stage 5, Daddy Dio? I don't know. I'll call him whatever. Left a whole bunch of non-defensive buildings over on, I guess, his forest side, the left side, if you would. Go through and enjoy. Just farm the poop out of all of it. And then when you're done farming all the poop out of it, You can blow up the Doom Cannon, which I strongly suggest, especially if you're rolling tanks, as well as, you know, the Boom Cannons and other things. Now, I kind of had two tanks that were drifting off towards the beach again. I kind of wish I had let them just go and do their thing, mostly because those tanks would have farmed up a bunch of GBE. Up at the front there is nothing but rocket launchers, mortars, and like machine guns. There's nothing to be worried about. All the really scary stuff is all down here around the HQ. So had I let the troops kind of go up there, it would have got me a bunch of extra energy, which I could have then used to, I don't know, throw critters at the flamethrower until it died. Like, but the point is, if you need that extra GBE, let your troops drift up. Let them go that way. Let them farm up some nice easy stuff. Just make sure you have enough medics that your medics aren't trying to run back and forth, back and forth. Okay, stage 6 fill. Back to our regularly scheduled strategies. Now you'll notice here I let some boom cannons make kaplowis, and a boom mine also, I guess, technically make a kaplowy. And then I just drifted up the right-hand side under the smoke. I actually did that on purpose, and I strongly suggest if you're going to try doing this that you do that as well, because by letting those lead tanks take a few hits, it keeps your medics just sucked right up into the middle of your tanks, which means you're not going to leave any medics way behind that need to be then separately smoked, causing a bunch of whatever, and you can drift all the way back into the very back corner where there's all of this free GBE, and you can just roll around in it. Like, roll around in it like it was dollar bills, you know what I mean? Like, just spread it out on the bed, just rub it against your chest and your face, just energy all over the place. I don't know. But once you've gotten your fill of, I don't know, all of the energy, being able to blow up all of the things that are scary, all you gotta do is come back down and kill a few rocket launchers, and it's gonna be done and easy. Oh, I forgot. Oh, just because I know people are gonna be like, hey, you could have just used gunboat attacks and beaten stuff. I was actually thinking of doing that, but I was like, nah. I'm gonna do like an actual strategy to try and help people if they actually need help, because, you know, that's kind of what I do. It's sort of my thing. But the base earlier could have been taken down without actually landing any troops, especially if you've got a whole bunch of GBE. Alright, that being said, we're back to beating up Phil. Phil goes down, we win stage 6, we get lots of loot, we get off the bed and leave the energy just kind of strewn about with messy sheets. And then we move on to stage 7 Phil. And we need to use all of that extra energy. Unfortunately, it's not available to us. So, first attack, all gunboat. I wanted to take out the boom cannon and the shock launcher over on the right hand side, and then one of the boom cannons, I guess, in the middle. Now there is an extra boom cannon right down on the shore. Leave that one where it is, because we're gonna blow that one up the hard way. Alright, it's not really the hard way. The old-fashioned way? Maybe it's old-fashioned? I don't know. I've never had an old-fashioned. I see them there, and I'm always like, who eats that donut? Like, it's still a donut. It's still bad for you. But it lacks all of the things that make donuts so great. Like sprinkles and icing. Anyways, coming back to the attack, once your GBE is spent, you can come back in with your actual troops, because, you know, you're landing actual troops. Hopefully you got a little bit of energy that you can use. The same trick of the 3 barrages, assuming you have max barrages, should take out the The shock launcher and the boom cannon over on the right hand side, or the left hand side, like it did to the right hand side, whatever side. When you land, toss out some critters. As you can see, some of the rocket launchers are already distracted by your troops landing, and I'm sure if you put a little more care into it, you could probably distract a little bit better. But what those critters do is buy you enough time to get your troops in place and actually attacking. As you can see, they actually made enough of a difference. I was able to take down a sniper tower, so before I even had to throw the shock, everything was already wham right on that boom cannon, making it go down that much quicker, which is important because that boom cannon has a 50% damage boost, which means with like 4 seconds in between shots, it can one-shot almost anything less than like a max level tank with no health boost. If you have health boost, obviously that helps. Excuse me, sorry. So, and obviously, like heavies, it's gonna do that. Doesn't matter. Point is, you can let some tanks drift up to the top where all of the now undefended gunboat energy is, but because you already had the gunboat energy attack, you shouldn't really need it. You can pull everything back onto the right hand side and blow the base up. Get yourself your fat stage 7 loot and move on with your day. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.